So starting off season 2 is 8 months after season 1, you know, where they had to like go through that entire bullshit with like Kotori and origami and stuff. But starting off this episode, everything is blowing up in Shido's house. It's just Toka not being able to control her powers because it got stowed away by Shido. And then it cuts to origami getting court-martialed because of her terrorist attack on the water park. So after accepting her court-martial, she ends up finding Shido to talk to him about like what exactly is this man, because she remembers absolutely just ripping through him with the 50 cal and him not dying. Just for him to tell her exactly like, yeah, he's just human, all the other shit, you know, holding secrets away from her. Did I also forget to mention that they're inside the girls' bathroom? And as they're walking out, Toka ends up catching them in the act of, you know, thinking that they got freaky deaky inside the bathroom, but they were just talking. Now, why were they talking inside the girls' bathroom in specific? Blame origami. Toka ends up running off, Shido ends up running after her, calming her down and stuff, so on and so forth. We cut to a couple of other scenes of him packing for like a school trip. Toka pretty much being gaslit by this damn soap opera Yoshino was watching, thinking that Shido's gonna leave, so then she runs off again. Shido ends up calming her down again. She almost blows up the city because she can't control her spirit powers. Remember I said that in the beginning of the video? And then we get the same exact scene of the first time that they freaking sealed off Toka. You know, this is just fan service for season 1, I guess. This first episode was low-key kind of filler. And the only reason why I say it was kind of filler because at the end of the episode, we see our 2 main bad guys of the season. Typical white-haired villain number 365, an assistant. Now it shows them on the plane going to the school trip. They get to the island, they're having their fun and stuff, but then they randomly just get hit by a category 5 hurricane. It was just clear skies, now they got hit by a category 5? They must have took a trip to Florida or some shit. Now, you may be wondering, what exactly caused this hurricane? Because this shit happened out of nowhere. Do you forget what anime you're watching? You're watching Dead Alive. It's 2 brand new spirits. So with these 2 brand new spirits, they're at like a whole contest thing with each other to see exactly who can beat the other person, because so on and so forth. Their whole backstory is there were 1 spirit, but then they got split up into 2 people, so now they gotta fight each other to see who will take over the body, so on and so forth, blah 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 blah. Gratuitous fan service! More fan service! Shido gets assaulted? Who cares? Beach episode! Now this is Data Live! This is what we came here for! This is what it's all about! So during the beach episode, they ended up playing like, you know, beach volleyball and stuff, and Yuzuru and Kaguya pretty much hit like this whole team up haiku moment. Then after like, you know, getting happy that they hit that team up shot and stuff, they were like praising each other. They both decided that they went to Shido and been like, yo, instead of choosing me, choose the other. Because deep down inside, they actually do care about each other instead of, you know, just at each other's throats 24/7. So with that being laid on the table, Shido has to choose somebody. Because they also threaten him that if he doesn't choose the other person, they're gonna blow this bitch down. Well, not being able to choose which one he wants to choose, he ends up talking to Toka about it with his big ass mouth, not being able to, like, you know, use his inside voice. Kaguya and Yuzuru ends up overhearing him and they end up getting mad at each other. The fuck? So they hit their magical girl transformations and they start to get to scrapping. While this is happening, Fraxinus, you know, Kotori's whole entire like space guild is having a space battle up in the air above them. Bum 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 and while all this is going on, assistant lady from Bad Guy comes in and tries to take Toka, and while this is going on, Shido ends up summoning Toka's sword. And just like in every anime ever, when the main character just gets a random power up out of nowhere, he ends up just beating the bad guy. So with handling random assistant lady, he goes up to Kaguya and Yuzuru and pretty much tells them, yo, you guys need to calm down, X, Y, and Z, I can save both of y'all. And with them hearing that shit, they just said, alright, bet. And they end up getting sealed. And that's the end of season 2 of Data Live. Wait, hold on, what the hell? What the hell you mean there's another part? So for the start of the second part to the second season, we see that Shido and everybody's at school and they're getting ready for like this school festival stuff, and they pick Shido to be like the class rep for the festival. So that means he has to plan out damn near everything. But the pod has to be plotting, and there's a whole new spatial quake that's gonna happen. Spatial quakes equal spirits, so that means Shido has to go to work. Finding exactly where this spirit's at, Good news, she knows how to sing. Bad news, she does not like men, so Shido is at a disadvantage. Good news again, femboy Shido. So the reason why Shido has to dress up like a damn femboy is because that's the only way that he would get close to Miku and pretty much being able to seal her powers away and so on and so forth. You know, Data Live shit. Come on, why the hell are we acting like this shit's new? After practically spending the whole day with Miku, Shiori ends up just fumbling the bag by saying that she doesn't like her because she uses her powers to manipulate people into doing what she wants. So now, instead of, you know, just doing the plan, now they have to do the battle of the bands to see whether if they win the bet or not. The bet was if Miku wins, then Shiori becomes her pet. But if Shiori wins, then she gets to seal her powers away. So when the battle actually came up, we see that everybody's going crazy, singing their songs and shit. But Shiori's school ends up winning due to plot. I ain't gonna lie, I feel like Miku should have won this shit by far. So after losing that entire competition, Miku's a sore loser and she ends up popping like this spell to control everybody except for Shiori and Toka. So after Shiori gets out, we see that my fault, Shido gets confronted by Kurumi. Kurumi practically just offers her services, saying that she will help out Shido. They had like some other bullshit. It really kind of does not matter. They get into like some big ass fight. A bunch of shit just happens. Shido ends up getting stabbed, but he survives because he has the regeneration shit. Toka gets turned into her inverse form and goes berserk and damn near kills everybody. But, you know, like Data Live, they end up just giving us the same exact scene that they gave us in the first episode. Oh yeah, and also Miku gets sealed. So, yeah. That's all you need to know for Data Live Season 2. Now, if you guys enjoyed the video and you want me to go over Season 3 of Data Live, then make sure you leave a like on this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also remember that we do have a community Discord that we're trying to make more active. If you guys want to join, links in the description. But with that being said, there's no bell for today. Pack your bags, class dismissed.